Bus driver here, brothers and the ladies and the haters that are most definitely watching. Yeah. So, Mr. Irving's, I guess, Kyrie Irving's wife isn't considered to be a sister. Why? Because she's mixed. She's half and half. But yet, one who is also half and half, who married Prince Harry, is considered a BW. How is that working? How does that work out? How is it that Kyrie Irving's wife, and the image that you are seeing at the beginning, looks several shades darker than that of Meghan Markle. But Meghan Markle is as black as Gabrielle Union, right? But the wife of Mr. Irving is not. I don't understand the logic, but yeah, I do understand the logic, brothers. It is this. It is simply, you are black when it's convenient. When we can use you to press an agenda, that's what you are. If it's forwarding their agenda, that specific type of agenda, then yes, you could be black, I guess. But if it's not, if you're with a brother that's got money, you're not. You're just taking resources away. He is color struck because he's a colorist. Because he, likes his, high yellow. But not Prince, not the Prince, though. You see, brothers, it's the same old lame old shit. Over and over and over again. This is what they're going to do. This is what they're going to do. I see the video that was on BGS channel where there was these 3 mixed chicks and 3 or 4 of them are talking about how, I guess, this black star, he looks like he was from, looks like he's gonna be He Who Remains, that guy. That's what it looks like, that type of guy. The guy who's be playing Kang the Conqueror. Apparently, he's got a white girlfriend, blonde hair, stuff like that. And these mixed chicks didn't like that fact. They say it's wrong. They didn't like the Cheerios commercial from back in the day. It doesn't celebrate, their heritage, even though they are a product of the very thing that they're saying they dislike black men to get involved with. And the broad then states that she has no problem when she sees a average black woman with a white man. But yet she has a problem with a black man with a white woman. Why? The why is because they have to prove themselves in the community. They have to prove themselves to the kinfolk. They have to prove themselves to the gynocracy. They have to prove themselves to the culture. So therefore, they got to go extra hard. So therefore, because they identify as a BW, they got to go harder than your average BW. Because the other BWs are going to do like they did Kyrie Irving's wife. This is the truth. This is why you see folks that you can clearly tell they got heritage from another culture going hard to paint for the African side of the game. African American side of the game. This is why I tell you, brothers, when you get you something different from another culture, and you have children, you may not want to raise them in an environment where they have to decide that they are going to identify with the urban environment. Because if they have to identify with the urban environment, this is the results that they're going to get. Because they're going to have to prove themselves. Because when they go to school, the other kids, the other average African-American kids are going to point them out, are going to target them, are going to shame them, are going to shun them. Because of their heritage. So they have to deny a large chunk of their heritage. I don't understand. I do, but you know, it just gets tiring, brother. It just gets tiring over and over and over again to see the stupidity, and then they wonder why dudes is flying out overseas, heavy. They wonder why they trying so hard to try to get broads back to the negotiation table. These broads are telling you they do not like you, but they try so hard. They try all types of tactics. They try to take SYSBM and try to mix it, get these guys that are traveling men who never identified themselves as SYSBM, conflate them with SYSBM, and then try to use those guys because those guys still want to be cool with the community. Try to drag those guys into somehow finding a solution for all this drama back home. When these guys are taking their resources, their dollars, their lives, and they live overseas, the very thing that Afrocentric, pro-black, hoteps say is the cardinal sin. You can't be talking black, but sleeping white, or sleeping with a non-black woman. You can't be talking black, but spending your black dollars in non-black communities. These brothers are doing that. But because certain folks who couldn't create their own shit or couldn't capitalize off their own shit keeps hanging around SYSBM spaces, bringing these broads, trying to bring these broads into the fold, which they can never be, never talking to the people who are actually the ones who created this shit, but yet going to try to use SYSBM as somehow way of showing broads, you better get your act right. You better get your act right. Because you don't, these brothers are SYSBM. They're going to be passport bros. You see? These brothers are going to be leaving if you don't get your act right. And it's like, it's a lost cause, but they continue. They continue. They can't help themselves. They continue. They can't help themselves. They just got to do it. They just got to stay hanging around. And it's for content strategy, I guess, to make a dollar bill, to grift off of people, because most of the men that they cater with are not going to leave the community, are not going to try something different. They want to be W. They want to be W bad. Not because they like BWs, a particular one. No, they fetishize a BW, so that because of that, that's what they want, and it's easy for them. It's easy in the sense it's familiar, but it's hard because they can't get the BW to act the way they want the BW to act. And instead of just going forth to greener pastures, they're going to stay in hell, and they don't want you to escape hell. Brothers, understand something. No matter how hard they try, they're not going to change it. They're not going to change it because they can't change it. Why they can't change it? Because they don't control the environment. They never have, they never will. These women are living in an environment where they have options and choices not to comply. And you ain't got the juice to make them. It isn't like you're living in Afghanistan. You're not the Taliban. You're not the Ayatollah Khomeini with the Iranian guard that can make these broads wear whatever it is to wear and act right. You're not that. You're not Xi Jinping, dictator of China, where you can make these broads act right. You aren't that. You are just an average bro living an average life. You working 9 to 5. Hey, hell, you pay the price. All you want to do is be left alone in your average home. But why do you feel like you're always in the twilight zone? You always feel like BW's watching you when you're looking at that white girl. Oh, brother's bad bus driver out. Let me come back with a PS for that ass. Right? I mean, damn. Oh, so you've been screaming about passport bros. These is broads on the internet about you passport bros, SYSBM, to the point where you got people outside the culture chiming in, especially this Filipino P chick chiming in, using the videos of you talking cash yickety yak, and then commenting back to make you look so stupid. Letting you know there's a million more just like her waiting for black men. Mad bus driver out.